When I started on YouTube, I didn't really know what I was getting into. And today in this video, I want to talk to you about some of the things that I kind of overlooked when I started, and I didn't realize that I was going to have to deal with these things. And so if you're starting your own YouTube channel, I want you to be able to see what you're getting into. When I got into YouTube originally, I really kind of underestimated what it would take to do a YouTube channel successfully. Um, I had some of the technical stuff from, I used to do photography, so I had a lot of the technical knowledge from cameras, working with cameras and working with lighting, and I did a lot of different types of photography, and I did it for a long time. I did weddings, I did portraits, I did cars, I did real estate photography, and so I learned a lot about lighting and camera angles, lenses, equipment, and all kinds of stuff. So I figured I could take all that and just kind of transfer it into video. And it would be a simple transition, and then I would have a leg up on all the competition, and I'd be able to kind of easily get into video production and making videos that people liked. I don't want to say that I thought it would be easy, but I didn't see the different levels of difficulty it would be, and the things that were in a video that you don't really think about before you make videos, before you start making videos. Some of the things, the challenges that come along the way, and what it takes to make a better video or get better at making video. And it's not just the technical side of it that I originally thought when I started. I focused a lot on the technical side of it, and I saw a lot of other videos, and they looked really good. They were shot in studios, so I was thinking, the better that I can make everything look, that's going to change everything, and people are going to start watching. And so I would improve my videos over time from what I thought was like just the technical side of it, or the way it looked, and things didn't really change for me. And I was using AI to write my scripts at the time. And so I thought the scripts were okay because, you know, how can AI not write it better than, how could I write it better than AI? So I thought, okay, so the scripts are fine. Me kind of reading the scripts from a teleprompter was all fine. And so maybe if I just focus on making a better picture or making a better, getting the production side of it looking better, then that's going to attract people. And so I bought better gear, and I bought better lighting, and I did things, all for the camera and making a better image and doing all the things that I thought I should be doing. And I did that for a few months. I did that for probably 6 months, kind of just that repetitive same thing. And the reason I did it so long was I was like, okay, so people say it takes time, it takes just repetition, and just, they say to be consistent. So I was trying to be consistent and just kind of wait for the algorithm to catch it, all this. But after a while of doing that, I realized that there's got to be more to this. There's got to be something different. I can't just, continue doing this with no real traction. And I would get some comments here and there, but it was very little traffic, very little. The algorithm was bad. My retention graphs were horrible. My click-through rates were really bad. So I had to look into what was going on here. Why am I just doing the same thing over and over, and I'm not really seeing the results that I want to see? I knew that some of it was skill. I mean, a lot of it was skill. Most of it, all of it, okay, all of it is skill. So what skills did I need? What did I need to build on? What did I need to start doing that makes a better video. Now, I've heard the advice, a lot of people give this advice, and I think Mr. Beast was the first person to say it, but if you make each video 1% better than the last, then you're on the right track. And I knew it also took a lot of time and a lot of repetition to start getting things down. But there was more to it than just making the same thing over and over. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to, if it's not working in the past, why is it going to just suddenly start working? So I realized that there's a lot more to this, and I started studying different things that were more psychology based. They're more based on writing skill and delivering something that people want to hear, a message that people want to hear, or how to deliver that message. And it wasn't so much, honestly, what I found out was it's not so much what you say, but how you say it and how you deliver a message. You could say the same thing in two different ways, and one would be more effective than the other. So I started to look into these different ways of speaking, different psychology behind what's going on. I looked into storytelling, and so some of these aspects of video creation, and when you think about producing a video, all the things that go into it, from script writing to the camera, the technical side of it, that's one side of it, but the messaging and the branding and the delivery and the speaking, all these different aspects that if you watch a show or a movie, that a ton of different roles are involved in creating this one message. So I realized I've got to start getting better at a lot of things. I've got to start getting better at understanding who my audience is, who I'm talking to, and how to deliver the message that they care about. Because honestly, if you don't care about what I'm saying, why you wouldn't tune in anymore if it was just me blabbing about my day. You don't know me, so why would you care? So I had to start looking into a lot more aspects of video creation rather than just, I want to say what I want to say, which is true. I want to say what I want to say, but I want to deliver that message in a way that it comes across as valuable to you. So what I'm finding out during this whole process is that I don't think I had enough information when I first started. I wasn't told exactly what needed to be done for a YouTube video to work. I kind of saw it at real surface level, but I didn't understand the depth of how far it went. So looking back now, I still enjoy YouTube, obviously, and I'm glad I started. It's definitely an adventure that's exciting, it's fun, it's challenging, but I underestimated it when I started. And so I just want to let you know that there is a lot more to YouTube and getting things done correctly. I'm definitely still in the learning phase of all of this, and there's a lot more to learn that I'm sure I haven't uncovered yet. But I want to bring this to the front because I watched a lot of videos even before I started on how to do things and how to write hooks and whatever, everything that they tell you, all that stuff. But I never realized how much more there is in YouTube, and a lot of it is just psychological. Just, how do you tell somebody a good story? How do you tell, and I don't mean a story like sit down and tell you a story, but how do you structure your videos correctly? And how do you and apply it to what you're talking about? Because you can look up videos on how to write stories and how to structure things in Act 1 and Act 2 and Act 3, but until you figure out how it works for your style, it's difficult. So these are things that I want to bring to your attention if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, or maybe you've started and you're just kind of in a rut. That, there's a lot of how to deliver a message that people want to hear, that is beyond where, you know, it's just a basic thing that you get on screen and you tell a hook and everybody's going to love it, because that's not the case. And it's hard to, even though these videos are free to watch, people are paying you with the attention that they're giving you. And so even that, you have to respect that and try to deliver something that's valuable to them, that's worth their time. Time is a really valuable resource that we all kind of take for granted. I think I waste a lot of time in my life. So I just wanted to bring up that there's more to YouTube than what people see. The more that I started to see some of the individual components that went into this, the more that I looked at it as a learning experience that I can adapt, and I started to figure out the things, the little puzzle pieces that need to go together to make the big puzzle. So it made it a more enjoyable process for me. And I got some more structures, and I got some more processes that I kind of go back to and I start to use, and I started to develop my own way of doing things, my own style and how I like to do it. But it wasn't easy to get without anybody telling me how to start doing this stuff. I had to figure this stuff out on my own, even with all the advice that I've gotten. So I just wanted to give you a warning of that there's more to YouTube than just turn on a camera and talking and people are going to come to you. You're going to have to start to figure out some things, and it takes a little bit of dedication. It takes some learning. It takes some time. It definitely takes time. I guess I'm a slower learner, because as of recording this, I'm at 220-ish subscribers. And as long as I've been doing it, a little over a year and a couple weeks, I'm not as far as a lot of other people. I think I'm below the average, but I'm still learning and I'm enjoying it. So that's the main thing. That's the main takeaway, I think, is to understand that there's gonna be things that you're not gonna understand at the beginning, and it's gonna take a little bit of time to figure out things, to do it your way, to do things the way you want to do it, and to understand how you want to present and all the things that come with that. So if you start to think about that before you get started, it'll better prepare you for when you get started and you wonder why nobody's showing up. So if you're ready, just understand that there's going to be a lot of challenges and a lot of learning going on with it. It's part of the process, and it's part of the enjoyment of it. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So really, you just have to figure out how you can enjoy doing it and be prepared for a lot of challenges and a lot of excuses to throw in the towel. But if you work past that and you just keep learning, then you should be fine. Thanks for watching.